Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? We are live on Sunday, as always, until 8 o'clock. 45 minutes from, well, a little bit less than that probably now. Obviously, Doctor Who overran a little bit. But how is everyone doing? So this week's been a bit. If you haven't seen it, I did a video this week. So Wednesday, I went up to Milton Keynes. I've done a little video. It's not a brilliant video, but it's a little one of what we got up to when we were there. I'm planning on going back next year, January, February time. I'll probably do a little bit more videoing than I did before. So, good evening, Mark. How's everything going? See you. There's a Titanic group now for the build from Hachette. That's a really weird one because I've never known them to bring out to do one like that, and obviously it not have a test run if it is a full run. And we've been here before with obviously the Eddie Stobart and the Hogwarts Express, though this is the first time it's actually on their main page already. If it is getting released and it's not had a test run, this has got to be the first in their history, because they always do a test run. It's really strange as well, considering they did a test run in Italy and then done 4 issues, and obviously it's getting released here. You have to ask you the question of why haven't they done that with the Alien build or the Hogwarts Express? So, but yeah, for me, it's not one for me. There is an Eaglemoss version coming out as well, and if you like Lego, there's a Lego version as well. I think it's like Titanic Mania next year. I think the Lego version's out now. So yes, building both the Eaglemoss one and the Hachette one. Yeah, the Eaglemoss one is the wooden one, the one that D'Agostini and Hachette released before, because that version that Eaglemoss is releasing is an old one that has been released, I think, 3 times at least. But yeah, they're both different. I think the Hachette one is the better out of the two. It's obviously metal, has components. It can be obviously parts can come off it, and it lights up a little bit better. The Hachette one, even though it's under the diecast club, I don't think it has any diecast. I think it's all plastic and wood. So you're going to have 2 different ones. I don't know if they're the same scale either. I think the Eaglemoss one's slightly smaller. So, evening, John. How's everything going? Bring on the Hogwarts special. Yeah, do you know, I did message them again, and they've just told me the same stuff. It's not coming out yet. And when they announced it, they said to keep an eye on their social media. So we just have to announce it. Hachette is definitely better and won't sink. Yeah. But it does look like the better one out of the 2. I have to admit that. I'm going to do a little video on the website and stuff like that. Like I said, it's not one personally for me. It's very big as well. It's 1 meter 80? Is it? Is it bigger than the Bismarck? I scanned the website. I like the controller, I have to say, with the little controller on the top that moves like the accelerator. I don't know what you call it, yoke thing. That looks pretty cool. But yeah, you can have the smokestacks smoke, the propellers work, it lights up. A panel comes off so you can actually see the engines as well, which is really cool. It's going to be an interesting build. 141 issues, is it, or 140 issues, or is it more than that? I know it's going to be a long 130 centimeters long. Yeah, my mistake. I knew it was going to be big, but someone said there's a lot of issues as well, a bit like the Eddie Stobart truck as well. So it's a long old time. This is the sort of norm. It's really interesting because you've got things like the Robocop and the Alien build that are only 100 issues. Yet when they get released over here, they seem to up the issues. 140 issues, yeah. Seems to be like the standard thing now. I mean, the Bismarck wasn't that 140, 120 issues for the Terminator. The Root Master was also, I think, 121 or 110. Oh, it's been such a long time since I've done them. But yes, I don't know what's the matter with this light. It keeps flickering, doesn't it? I don't know why. That is my camera, by the way. It's not lights in here. I've got some spotlights up here, and I think the camera is trying to get the best light, so it dims and slides back. So I do apologise for that. But yeah, Eaglemoss's version is the wood version, isn't it? With plastic. I know a lot of people have done that one in the past. Like I said, that one is definitely a re-release. And I don't know if they've changed anything from when it originally came out. But this one from Hachette is new. But like I said, if they do it without doing a test run, it's the first I've ever known. And I've been doing part works for like 8 or 9 years, a long time. And yeah, it's the first time ever I've known a build to come out without doing a test run on it in all that time, especially Hachette. But like I said, you have to ask yourself, why haven't they brought out then the other ones that they do, like the Alien, for example, one that I know would do massively well here in the UK. It just hasn't happened. And there's other ones as well that they've done over in France as well, which I think they could do here, and they just haven't. So it's just I don't know why they went ahead with that. Also, as well, you're like saying, you don't have to think why didn't they do that with the King Tiger tank? Because the Hachette version is the only one that had a test run in Italy, which done very well, but it hasn't even had a test run in France, only in Italy. So yeah, I don't know what. Like I said, it's a strange one because it's being advertised on their main page. That normally doesn't happen unless it's a full run. So it's an interesting one. Hachette shown online. Yeah, exactly. So did the Hogwarts Express. There is an upside to this, and that is every Hachette model comes out of the newsagents. So you will be able to get this one at the newsagents if that's what you want to do. But yeah, just it's a strange one. And we've been here before. Lots of people. I remember when the Hogwarts Express come out and the Eddie Stobart. The first thing people did was ring up. And remember, these people at the other end of the phone are sort of a third party. They're nothing to do with Hachette. It's sort of outsourced. Everything's outsourced. So when you ring them up, and they all they do is check online. And if they see it online, they think it's going ahead. And it's the same for emails as well. Everything's normally outsourced through these companies. Nothing's done in house. So apart from sort of emails and stuff like that, but even emails can get. I mean, when the Hogwarts Express come out, everyone was like, "Is it going live?" And I remember lots of people getting emails going, "Yeah, it's definitely coming out. It's a full run." People were ringing up and asking the same thing. We knew it was a test run. So I'm wondering, is this a test run? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Very interesting to see. Like I said, Hachette never release without doing a test run, ever. And like I said, if they did this would be the first for them. So yeah, it's a very interesting one. Very, very interesting. But like I said, it'd be interesting if it does come out, because then that goes in January. I think the Titanic starts with Eaglemoss. So there will be 2 Titanic builds out, both very different at the same time. The only it's strange, isn't it? It's sort of like Eaglemoss and Hachette, and Agora bringing out the Terminator, even though they're the same model. They brought them out, and it's like, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean. Yeah. But yeah, it's a very strange one. Like I said, it's a very, very strange one. We will all have to see. Like I said, it's shown on your online account. It's on the home web page as well. Yet so did the Hogwarts Express and the Eddie Stobart. And we all know what happened with those two. So, hi Neil. How's everything going? So yeah, there's that going on. And that is due, I think it's due to hit shops and due for release the 29th of December, straight after Christmas. They do like to get them in then. Like I said, I know the Hogwarts is coming. Like I said, when I've emailed them, the contact that I had, he's put, it's not due out yet. Now, you could turn around and say it's not due out at all, hasn't got very good numbers, or it's been scrapped or whatever, but he says it's not due out yet, which means to me it's coming out. He said he just put it's very soon, but I haven't messaged him again. I don't like bothering him too much, but it's a strange one, isn't it? It's a strange one. I'd expect the Hogwarts Express to come out, but like I said, this Titanic is the strange one. I'm going to go to my newsagent guy in about 2 weeks' time and ask him then about the Hogwarts, about the Titanic, because it would appear on their systems by then, so I'll be able to ask. Hi Jay, it's okay. I will catch up with this later as I'm busy tonight at the Northern. Oh yeah, I finish at 8 o'clock. I don't know. Is it on 8 o'clock tonight? The Model Builders show, is that on at 8 o'clock? So I finish at 8 o'clock tonight. So it's only 45 minutes this one. But yeah, hi Jay. But yeah, like I said, it's just a strange one. We'll all have to see what happens. If it comes out in all news agents and we see an advert for it, it's one of the other things as well. I haven't seen an advert for it on YouTube. Normally, there's an advert. Yes, 8 p.m. Yes, everyone here, get yourself over to the Northern Model Building Show. It's being hosted by Jay tonight. It's a really good show. Go and watch them. It's brilliant. It's just straight after this show. That one starts. So go and check it out. But yeah. We will all see, because I would imagine by the 29th, when it's out if it comes out in newsagents everywhere, we had the same excitement for the Eddie Stobart truck and the Hogwarts Express, and we know what happened with that. Like I said, I've never known them to release anything without doing a test run, but also I've never known them to advertise it this long before doing a test run and before even releasing it. So yeah, and it's on their homepage, which normally doesn't happen as well. So there's some really mixed stuff coming in. It's going to be an interesting one, and considering you've got obviously Eaglemoss as well, it's going to be an interesting ride. I think next year we're probably going to see quite a lot of models coming out. Anyway, it's going to be a bit of a bumper year, I think. Anyway, a bit like this year has been a bumper year for France and us, really. I think next year is going to be even worse in terms of builds, because it's going to be so many. But I expect there's a few things I wanted to discuss as well. I was contacted by Eaglemoss, by someone at Eaglemoss. They want to sort of partner with my enterprise group. So the USS Build the Enterprise group that I'm part of, the Nexus is part, which I created. They approached me, and I never approached them. They messaged me and said that they work for Eaglemoss, which I had verified, because anyone could probably do that. And they said that they would like to partner with my channel, with the group, and do a monthly Q&A. So I said, yeah, brilliant, bring it on. So that post, the Q&A, so basically you ask the questions on the post, and then another post will go up with the answers on Friday. So Thursday people can ask the questions, and then Friday he's going to go off and find the answers and do another post. So keep your eye out. If you're building the Enterprise D, you might want to put a message on there. but yeah, that's what's happened as well this week. So that's quite good. He asked me if I did a group for the Eleanor build and the other builds that they're building. I said no, I only do groups for the builds that I'm building. That way, if there's a problem or I can help someone, then I know what I'm talking about. There's no good I just creating a group for the sake of it. So I was going to create a Titanic one and combine the two builds. So not just do a Hachette one and a Eaglemoss one, but do an Eaglemoss and Hachette version of a group. I don't know. And then Mark's gone and done a group instead. So I've joined that, and hopefully it does really well. So get over to Mark's group for Build the Titanic, the Hachette version, that is. I know a lot of people are doing both, so that's why I thought about doing both, because they're both at the same time. But at the moment, we don't know whether one of them. We know the Eaglemoss one's definitely coming out, but the Hachette one, I'm not too sure what's happening with that. Lots of people said it's definitely going ahead, but like I said, lots of people had the emails before with the Eddie Stobart and Hogwarts Express, and they both turned out to be test runs, which upset quite a lot of people. So yeah, so I'm doing a Q&A with Eaglemoss for the Enterprise build, which is good. And they've approached me, and the guy there actually said, "Is there anything else I can do for you? Don't hesitate to ask." And I said, "Well, I'm going to hold you to that, because I really am going to go for that. I'm going to hold." I said, "I'm going to hold him to that," and he put, "Yeah, I bet you will." LOL. Well, he will be, because I need to know. People need to know what's going on with that. I think people have started to receive their dispatch emails, haven't they, for the Ecto 1 issue 30, is it, or 29? Can't remember now. Also, as well, congratulations to World of Wayne. He's just got 50,000 subscribers. That is like mega. I'd love to have that, but we have to build up. We have to build as a community. So yeah, congratulations to him. Well deserved. What else has been going on? Obviously, Wednesday I went to Milton Keynes and had an awesome time. I probably wanted to do more filming than I did, but because it was the first time we've been up there for about 2 years. It's really been that long. 4 years, sorry, I'm just being told. I knew it was a long time. I didn't really think it was that long. Was it that long? Yeah. So yeah, it was the first, and the thing is, it's only half an hour on the train. We should go there more often. And we went there, and we're coming here more often. We had a brilliant time, but like I said, it was a bit. We've done stuff, and then I should have got my phone out a bit more. That's what I'm saying. But when I go up next, I'm going to do more of the stuff. I'm definitely going to that place, definitely. So I'm going to be going up on a Friday and there as well. So I'm going to do that. Looked excellent in the road. That robot restaurant was the highlight of the actual day. Obviously, my daughters and that went for the Santa thing, and they loved that. But for me, it was the robot thing. And we went with my dad, and he didn't know about it neither, and he filmed it as well and took it to work. And everyone we've come across that have seen the video have gone, I didn't even know that was there. That is so cool. I'm going there, and my dog is chasing her tail. She's down here chasing her tail. I don't know why. Lucy, come here. Why are you chasing your tail? Do you know why? You're a loop, aren't you? Yeah, so but everyone said, give me sugar. But everyone has said has seen it as like, wow, you know. As you've seen, I'm doing a lot more sort of preview videos as well on my channel, and movie reviews as well. I kind of like doing them. I can get them out pretty quick. So Ghostbusters, I have. I just put that one up, Neil. So yeah, the robot restaurant, really good. It was I think on terms of things, it was about right on the pricing. My dad said it was quite expensive, but it was okay. I think what you get in there and what everything else. There was other restaurants around there, sort of like Bella Italia and some other restaurants and stuff. And I think in terms of them, I think that it was pretty reasonable priced. But yeah, it was it was that is one cute dog. Do you want her? She's a little madam. She has that face. You know, with most things you get, you know, they're like, oh, they're all cute, and she is, but it's like having like a 4-year-old. She's a bit of a nightmare sometimes. But yeah, the robot thing was just like, and they take your order, and then the robot delivers it to you, and you have a robot come up, and you saw in the video, it comes up and talks to you. It's interactive, and they've got Matilda from Robot Wars, a Dalek, a black Dalek from Doctor Who, all official ones. I did take some photos. There are on the videos. You had a Vincent there as you walked through, and then they had lots of other robots in there. It was amazing. And when we go back up, we're definitely going there again, definitely. So when we go back up to do this, which will be on a Friday, we're going there again. We've already said that. It's just amazing. John, Ghostbusters. It was. I'm going to be doing a review on that anyway because I've seen it, and I think it was a perfect sequel to the first movie, not to the second movie, but more to the first. I know a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people review it already, and you've had people crying. I don't think it's that emotional, to be fair, and stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing a review on that. Make sure you check that out when I do that. Got the email for Dell for Ecto on Friday. Yep. So I think all the emails have gone out for the next issue of the Ecto one. Is it issue 30? Because I think it's really near getting complete now, isn't it? I think it was 31 or 32 issues. 131 stages, wasn't it? If I'm mistaken, I might be mistaken by that. It's been a long time. I know that the packs have been erratic, and I think the problem we're having with deliveries and stuff at the minute, that is going to continue on into the new year. I've got a funny feeling. Also, as well, something else I'm going to bring up with the Eaglemoss when I do the Q&A, and that is to do with price rises. Eaglemoss are quite known for this, for price rising. I think they've done it with the DeLorean, where they up the price, and I've got a funny feeling with things like inflation and everything else. I've got a funny feeling the Enterprise build is going to go up in price. So I got a funny feeling that. I had an email for Ecto 30 issues. Oh, 38. My mistake. 38. So still 8 more months to go. That's where does that put us? It'll probably be this time next year, I reckon, because like I said, I've got a funny feeling these delivery problems are going to continue in well past, because I think there's actually going to be a problem from Eaglemoss within the next, I would say, couple of weeks, because their main warehouse is in Germany. And if you've been keeping an eye on the news, most of Europe is now going into lockdown, and I think Germany is due to go into lockdown very, very soon. And if that's the case, I see that having a massive knock-on effect with it. So yeah, deliveries are every 2 to 3 weeks normally. Has that been the constant? Because I know they've had lots of delays constant with that. But like I said, I've got a funny feeling that is going to continue on. I know Hachette are having delivery problems at the moment with the Warhammer Imperium magazine that they've got coming out. Apparently something to do with demand, because it's actually done in this country. So Warhammer supply all the parts, and and the magazine's printed here, and it's shipped from here. So because it's all UK based, it's one of the very few collections that is. In fact, I think this might be the only collection that is. And they've put out emails to subscribers saying that there's going to be significant delays because they didn't understand the demand for it, basically. So only had delays, and this latest delay is over 2 months for Ecto 1. So it's pushing it further and further. So I reckon issue 38 could come around about this time next year. It's a long time still to be building that. That has gone on. That has gone on for a very, very long time, hasn't it? That is, yeah. It's just 2 delays. There should be, right? Okay, but that's a very long time, isn't it? I mean, when did that start? 20? Was it 20? No, it was 2019, wasn't it? When that started, it was, yeah, 2019. Just trying to think now. I think it started in 2019, the Ecto 1. So yeah, 2020, 2021, 2022. And yeah, that's wow. That is some time. I know like I said, I know they've had problems and that, but if only they'd kept it out in the newsagents. That's all I say. Feels like 1989. Yeah. Yep. Like I said, though, I've got a funny feeling these delays are going to continue well on into next year. If Germany goes into lockdown, which I've got a funny feeling they will be, that will only delay it even more. So I'll find lots out when I do the Q&A for the Enterprise build, because I would imagine that will sort of cover some of the stuff for the other builds as well. But yeah, they have asked me to make groups for the other builds, but I've said I only make the groups for the builds that I'm building. I don't just make the groups for the sake of it. So, but I was going to ask actually while I'm on here tonight, would that be beneficial to anybody? Would you like me to make more groups for part works? Because I could do that. You know, it only takes a few minutes. And then I can sort of advertise it in my other groups and go from there. But next year, I think there's going to be a very much of a sort of I shouldn't do that really, because when I do that, it blinks, and the camera sort of blinks. I don't know why it doesn't. I think it's going to be like a bumpy year, but I also think it's going to be tough on all of us financially next year. So we were looking at it. I think the builds that I'm building now, that's it until one of them finishes. I've got this time in 2 years' time, my Robocop and Alien build should be finished. So that's a bonus. The Enterprise is coming along really nicely now, and I see some people up to issue 16 with that. So that's coming along as well. And I've got obviously the Dodge Charger that should be finished as well around the same time as the other builds that I'm building. So I've got a funny feeling that I'm going to have a lot of part works finished at the same time, but I probably won't be able to start a new one now. I think it's going to be a bit tough on lots of people next year, but we'll see. Needs a group. Agora Mustang Zero, Mitsubishi Zero. I thought there was a group already for that, but it's not very active. I know there's a group for it because I'm in it. I'm just trying to think now. Yeah, I think there is a group for that. I'm sure I'm definitely a part of it. Chloe's Model Mods, I think, sort of runs that one. But I have seen it up, but it's not very active. It's the same as the Eleanor build. Another another group that I'm in, but isn't very active. I don't know whether that's because people aren't getting models and stuff. So I can't put a link at the moment. As soon as I'm off here, I'll message you the link because I've got it. I know I'm a part of the group, but like I said, it's not very active. There's a couple of groups that I'm on that aren't very active. That's one of them. The Eleanor is another one, and the Jaguar E-Type and the Fire Engine, the New York Fire Engine from Agora, aren't very active. Though there seems to be a lot of problems with the fire truck at the minute. Lots of problems. That's okay, mate. Anytime. But I know there's a lot of problems with that fire truck at the moment. I know a lot of people haven't received pack 1. I know some people have gotten delivery notice for pack 2 but haven't received it yet. So yeah, there's a lot of problems there. A lot of problems. I don't know why, but there is. But like I said, there are groups already up, but they aren't very active. They're not very active. Like I said, I don't know whether that's just because people aren't getting parts for them, or not a lot of people are building them. I don't know. I tend to find the ones like the Enterprise build. I mean the RoboCop and my Alien build. I have pages for them, but once again, they're not very active, and that may be because they're not available over here yet. Once they come available over here, I'm sure that the activity will pick up, but they're not very active. There is quite a few people in the group, but not a lot of post activity, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I definitely know there's one for the Mitsubishi Zero. I'm sure someone here, where is it there? Yeah, someone here in the group. I don't know where it pops. My messages come up here, but as soon as I get a message, I'll pop it down here. But someone must know the link, or at least know where it is on there. I think it's on. I think if you just type in Mitsubishi Zero, it'll come up on the groups on Facebook. But I've got a link and I'll send it to you anyway. But yeah, there's that. But what's everyone hoping will come out next year? We know some stuff that's coming out next year, the Willys Jeep and obviously the Titanics. But anything else that everyone would like? Would it? I think the Alien should come out next year. Maybe the RoboCop. The Starsky Hutch you've got. I don't really know. There is an historic. Oh right, okay. It's not that one. I know it's not that one. It's definitely for the build. It's definitely for the build, John. But yeah. So, do people want to see the Megazord come out over here? That's the Power Rangers Megazord. I'm sure that would do pretty well over here. How's everyone getting along with the Knight Rider? How is that coming along? And that's another thing, as I'm in the group for the Knight Rider and R2D2, but once again, they're not very active. I don't know whether just people haven't got the time to go online to post stuff, but I don't see it's very active on Facebook. I don't know whether just people are coming off Facebook or what, but they're not that active. But then again, the Facebook feeds are very they tweaked the algorithms on all the factions, didn't they? On all the groups, so it's a little bit, yeah. Bugatti Veyron, yeah. Whatever happened to that? Didn't they done a test run on that, didn't they? Was it last year? It definitely weren't this year. I'm sure of it. That might still come out. I know it's been released somewhere else. Germany, is it? Full release. That'd be nice next year. Yeah. That's the orange and black version, isn't it? If I remember rightly. But I think that was tested a while ago. I know it's been released somewhere. I know there's a full release of it somewhere. I know a lot of people are hoping for the 86 or 89, is it? No, it's not 86. What am I on about? 69 Batmobile, is it? Is it the 69 Batmobile? I know a lot of people have been asking for that. And once again, there was lots of talk about it at the start of this year. It's all died away. No one knows what's going on with it. I know a lot of people in the US had emails saying sign up to it. It was only going to be limited to a certain amount of people, and then it's all gone dead. I don't know. So I don't know what's happening with that. Maybe I can ask my contact at Eaglemoss about that. That'd be good. If I can do that, I might be able to do that actually. Yeah. But there's that. I think the Gauntlet arm in France, that is due to come out next year. The Infinity Gauntlet, I think that's due out to come out next year. Car builds, you can almost count on car builds coming out. I see IXO have brought out or is coming out with another one. I think it's the Volvo Amazon. I know some people like their very old cars and stuff, but for me, it's a very strange choice. There are some better Volvos out there than that one. Let me just put it that way. But I think Burgess was saying that it was a re-release. It came out in Sweden as a part work and then disappeared, and now it's being released through IXO. But I don't know which region. It comes up on their search bit, but you can't find any more information about that. So it looks like it's a car that is coming out. Not for me, but I know some people will like that. So, but yeah, there's I don't really know what other part works are due. Hogwarts Express, like I said, we said this at the start, didn't we? The Hogwarts Express. I'd like that to come out next year, if not before. I still think it's a strange one. Like I said, the Titanic's a strange one because it's appearing on their main page, and it doesn't come out until the 29th of December. I haven't seen an advert for it on YouTube. Normally, there's an advert for it somewhere, and I haven't. And yeah, it just doesn't. It feels very weird. I would personally say it was a test run, but we'll see when it gets released, because on the 29th that will be the shop release date, and we'll see if it comes out in everywhere. Then we know it's a full run. But if it doesn't, we sort of know it's a test run. So the 29th is a Monday, is it? No, so the 29th of December, wasn't it? I'm sure it was the 29th of December. And wife just told me that it's 29th of December is a Monday.
No.
No, 29th of December.
I thought you meant November.
No, not November.
You just saying the 29th.
No, the 29th of. No, it's a Wednesday. I'm sure it's a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday.
We've got the bank holidays.
And we've got the bank holidays. Yeah, because that normally mucks up as well, doesn't it? It mucks them all up.
2 days worth of bank holidays. Monday and the Tuesday.
We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, in 2 weeks' time, I'll ask my news agent guy, because it always takes about 2 weeks to appear on the system. So if it is a full release, he'll have it on the system, and I'll be able to ask that. But yes, 29th of December, and I've never known them to advertise something like that far advanced, if you know what I mean. And like I said, it's on their main page, and that normally doesn't happen unless it's a full run. So, but they always do a test run. Like I said, if it weren't a test, it would appear, and then it's just, we will only wait and see. But I'm sure if you ring them up and you email them, they'll say it's a full run, because we had the same problem with the Hogwarts Express and the Eddie Stobart build as well. I remember that very, very, very clearly, because it winds up a lot of people, because they're like, well, I bought it in the news agents and now you've gone and cancelled it. I thought it was a test run. I didn't receive any issues. And they were all told, oh, no, it's a full run. It's on their website. It's a full run sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know yet. I personally would say it was a test run, but if it's a full run, then good on them, you know, and it opens the door. But like I said, if it is a full run, then why haven't they released the Alien build? Yeah, it's just, yeah. I think that might be it, John. I think that might be it. Like I said, there's not many members in it, and it's the same for a lot of the new partworks coming out. It doesn't seem to be a big Facebook group following. My enterprise build though, it has slowly grown. It's got over a thousand members now, but it has taken, well, since before it came out, so at least a year, nearly 2, to get to that stage. So maybe it just needs to wait a lot. I know I'm still getting people join my Iron Man group, my Alien and Robocop groups. I'm still getting people joining them as well. So maybe it's just the way it is. Maybe it's just that way. But yeah, like I said, it is. I know it's there. I'm sure. Yeah, because if I remember rightly, Chloe made those groups model mods and made them all private, where my ones are all public, easier to find, and it means when they're public as well, it means you don't have to join the group to comment on a post, but obviously it makes it a lot easier if you are. So, but yeah, I think that group should be public. Anyone should join them. When they're private, it makes them harder to find. I think because Facebook changed the algorithm. So, but apart from who was it who said? Can't remember who said it now. Hang on. That was John. Apart from John, anyone else seen Afterlife? Ghostbusters Afterlife? Yeah, it was a good film. It was great. I'm going to do like I said, a review on it anyway. I've got another 2 that I'm going to be doing soon, which is Jungle Cruise, and yeah. Has anyone seen that yet? I'm not going to spoil it, but for me, it wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. I think that I personally think that they saw the success with Pirates of the Caribbean and tried to replicate it, and it failed, I think. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, yeah, Jungle Cruise wasn't very good. I think it was good in parts, but I don't think it's going to be the next Pirates of the Caribbean film series, if you know what I mean. It doesn't have that feel about it, though. It's very, very, very similar, and I mean very similar to Pirates of the Caribbean. So yeah. Jungle Cruise was brilliant, but the wife didn't. You know what? We watched it together, obviously on Disney Plus Day, and I just thought it was the knockoff Pirates of the Caribbean. That's what it felt like. The Rock, I think, was a bit too big in it, if you know what I mean. Everyone was sort of normal size, but the Rock is like this, isn't he? He moves like a gorilla, and he just didn't. It was good in parts. Jack Whitehall's character was really good, and the girl, I've forgotten the actress's name. She was very good in it. I don't think The Rock was very good, but I found it very, very similar. In fact, very similar to the first Pirates of the Caribbean. It was very, very similar to Pirates of the Caribbean. That's my opinion, anyway. There was very much elements of it that I felt were the same. But yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife was the perfect second movie to the first film. The first film, not the second one. The first. Emily Blunt, that's it. Jack Whitehall. Yeah, their characters were perfect. The Rock, it felt a bit forced. That's what I'm saying. Look, we've been going on. I said it was 45 minutes. We're coming up to the 45-minute mark. Thank you guys for tuning in and chatting with us and that. Do not forget to go over to the Northern Model Builder Show, which is actually starting right now. I've just had a notification come up. Go on over there right now. It's an excellent build. It's been hosted by Jay. Thank you all for listening and commenting and interacting and all that. It's absolutely brilliant. But it is an end for me. and we will see you guys at the next video.